I know. I've been gone. I know. Y'all can get mad at me. I understand, okay? Honestly, it's more of my fuck up than anything else. I mean, it kind of is anyways because I'm the one who uploads these videos. But I want to give some excuses. One, this editing software that I've been using sucks. I'm still on the verge of trying to get a new one. But I'm going to continue to use this one. Hopefully it doesn't mess up this video, because if it does, then I'm going to shoot myself. But I haven't really had time to look at which ones I would prefer. So, I guess I'll just use this one for now. And hopefully I could now finally get a new one, pay for a new one. I mean, I can't really get a new one, just go out and pay for a new one. But hopefully I can find one to my liking. But we are 4 months away from the NFL draft. Also, I've gotten a new job, so that a lot of personal things came in the way. But I'm back, and the NFL schedule was released, along with a lot of other things, such as the NFL draft, which I really did want to get a video out for you guys during that time to give you my draft rounds, like not draft rounds, draft grades. There you go. I was trying to think of the word, couldn't think of it. But yeah, a lot of that personal stuff came in the way. No matter, we here. We ready. 4 months until the regular season. 3 if you like preseason like me, because I really love preseason. But we got a big one, baby. Get ready. Road to Super Bowl 56. Roll it. And welcome, boys, girls, to another episode of the Golden Takes Podcast. Woo woo, it's your boy Miguel Anda. I'm here again, ready to give you another one. Now that I got things a little bit situated with myself, I want to get back to this. All right, we're close to the regular season. I need to start releasing videos. All right, baby. Not making any promises, but I'll let you know what's going on in my head. My goal is I want a video every day for y'all for the regular season. Can I do it? Probably not. Will I try? Most definitely. That's the one thing I always try to do, is try my best for y'all. I thank you all for all those who continue to watch, even though I've been gone for a while. Hopefully you like this episode. We got one juicy for you, all right? We on the road to Super Bowl 56, all right? And what what better way to get started than with the NFC West division rankings? Now, yes, I will be giving you division rankings for every division in the NFL, giving you my top players, my top teams. I said players, probably won't give you top players, but I'll give you the top teams that I think are going to be taking over the NFC and AFC. Yes, I'll be doing both sides, but right now we're going to get started with the NFC West. Now, I wanted to do a different division, but I figured let's get the NFC West out of the way, get away all the, biased opinions I'm gonna have in it, since I am a Niner fan. But like I say to you guys every episode, I try my best to give you my most unbiased opinion. All right, everything I say is how I actually feel and believe in. Now, although I am a diehard 49er fan, and with the NFC West, it will be a little bit biased. Can't really stop it. I mean, you just can't. Everyone has their own biased opinion. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you like my rankings, and I hope you understand this is something that I put a lot of thought in and really do believe that the outcome will be. But we're going to get started, and I'm going to get started with the Los Angeles Rams, baby. Now, going into the Rams drafting, yes, I'm going to give you their draft picks that they got. In the second round, they went out and picked a wide receiver, Tutu Atwell. Sorry if I pronounced these names wrong. I can't speak regardless. It's fine. In the third round, they went after linebacker Ernest Jones. And then in the fourth, they got 3 players. Defensive tackle Bobby Brown III, cornerback Robert Rutschel, and then tight end Jacob Harris. Whoo, boy, some monsters in the third round. And well, for me personally, I like to think that the fourth and later rounds is where you find some gems. But going on to the fifth round, getting a little bit backwards. Going on to the fifth round, they went out and selected defensive end Ernest Brown IV. I didn't really do this research, but now that I'm thinking about it, Bobby Brown III, Ernest Brown IV, are they brothers? You know what? This is something I need to research in my spare time, and I'm going to do that. So although I'm asking this question to you all, I'll find out later. But I think they're brothers. They could be. You never know. But going into the 7th round, they went out and selected another 3 players. They had more draft picks than the Seattle Seahawks. That's sad. I mean, they did come out and say that their first round pick was Jamal Adams, which, I mean, good first round pick. Not good in coverage, but I mean, bullets boy go fast. But going on to the 7th round, they went out and the Los Angeles Rams selected running back Jake Funk, cornerback Ben Skoronk. I'm sorry, the name's right here. I'm not gonna try repeating that name. And then offensive linebacker Chris Garrett. Ooh, some good picks, some questionable ones. Maybe the running back one. I mean, a good second running back isn't bad at all. That's just me. Jacob Harris could be a very good tight end. Haven't looked at any stats from him, but you never know. George Kittle was a 5th round, so a tight end is a good position in need anyways. The one pick that I do like the most is wide receiver Tutu Atwell. Now you got another wide receiver for Matthew Stafford to throw to. And, ooh, that's going to be juicy. But we're going to get back into the schedule. I'm going to be giving you the entire schedule that the Los Angeles Rams have and giving you if they win or they lose going on with week 1. On week 1, it's Sunday Night Football. They are the opening Sunday night game of the week 1 NFL season as they will be facing the Chicago Bears. Now, before I give you their whether they win or whether they lost, I want it to be known I am not doing the Bears till way later, but with the Bears, I do see Andy Dalton starting week 1. Now, I know a lot of you could be like, how is that possible? Come on. Justin Fields can easily kick his ass in practice. Yes, but I don't think it'd be smart if the Bears did that. I mean, we all know that Justin Fields is 10 times going to be better than Andy Dalton, but they did promise Andy Dalton week 1 starting. They did promise him the starter in general, and that's why he signed. Just give him the starter. Let Andy Dalton lose it himself. I see Andy Dalton falling off probably in the first 4 weeks, and then Justin Fields taking over for the team entirely. Not badly, not like a terrible, oh yeah, Andy Dalton's trash. No, I see it happening. I mean, come on. Give him the starting job for a little bit. It's something you promised him, and as an organization, you don't really want to break promises to your players because then other players can look at that and be like, they some snakes. I don't want to go there. I mean, so with that being said, I see the Los Angeles Rams winning week 1 Sunday Night Football. I mean, it's Andy Dalton against Matthew Stafford. It just seems more likely to happen. But going on to week 2, where the Los Angeles Rams will visit the Indianapolis Colts. And this is where I see them taking their first L, baby. Yes, they take their first L. I mean, the Colts are a great defense, building up again. I don't even think building is a word. Building up again with another edge rusher in Kwity Paye. It's just I don't see where Rams offense will be that high packed within the first couple weeks. I mean, yes, they get a very easy win, or should be a very easy win against the Chicago Bears and Andy Dalton. But with the Indianapolis Colts, I see him, and especially with drawing a blank, boys, I'm sorry. Carson Wentz, yes, really coming up to helm with his former offensive coach. I just see the Colts having a huge start off, and they take their first loss to them. Going on to week 3, Rams fans, I know you're probably mad. You can't be mad at that. It's the Colts. Come on, it's the Colts. It's the Colts. They had a really good defense last year. All right, and with Phillip Rivers at quarterback. But we're going on to week 3 where they face the Buccaneers. And I gave a lot of thought about this one. I mean, the Bucs are bringing back their team again, and yet they still lost to the Rams last year with Jared Goff. And Matthew Stafford will now be in the helm. They now have more weapons. Matthew Stafford has an actual defense to help him. And this defense is honestly going to be 10 times better with the addition of the linebacker core and cornerback and the backfield core really built up through the draft that I think it should be an easy win for them. Now, I know I'm saying easy, but I don't think they're going to blow them out or anything. But I think it should be a win that the Rams can go in really good and really held strong, that they got to win at home. Going on to week 4, we got the Arizona Cardinals facing off the Los Angeles Rams at Rams. And I'm sorry, this one hurts because it hurts me because I've done all 4 teams already, so I already know what it's gonna be like. But I see the Cardinals taking a huge dub. I mean, come on, Rams, you're gonna lose this game. It's the Cardinals. They got AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins. All right, their defense is just getting even better. I mean, although I nitpicked that the Arizona Cardinals should get more offensive line help, as if they don't, Kyler Murray is going to face the same destruction as Russell Wilson is facing right now. But I really think AJ Green is going to be more utilized, because with the fact that you can triple team DeAndre Hopkins and he can still catch it, there's going to be leaving to question AJ Green's not going to be the same deep threat as he usually is, as he's been hurt a lot. Now, I don't believe that. I think he could still be a great deep threat wide receiver, but it's proven that it doesn't seem that likely, knowing that he's been hurt for so long. We don't know how he's going to start off. That I feel like he's going to be more of that slant drag route kind of player for the most part, not fully, but he's going to be the player you get the ball off to quick. He's going to be the more reliable receiver, while DeAndre's still that number 1 wide receiver over in Arizona. Going on to week 5, we got the Rams facing off Thursday night football against the Seattle Seahawks. And you just lost to the Cardinals. You're now going Thursday night against the Seahawks. That's a short week, yes. But I see you taking the dub. Dubs all season, baby. Now, the reason I see you guys taking the dub in this one is, well, Seahawks didn't really build anything. They're the same team. They didn't get no one new. I'll explain that when we go to their draft picks, and I'll explain how I'm kind of confused at their draft picks. But I mean, to each their own, I guess. They have their way, and they've made playoffs every year, so I can't really complain. I can't come out and say they're stupid. Why did they do that? They make playoffs every year. At this point, I should just shut my mouth and accept it, all right? But I see you guys taking a huge dub right now. I don't see them really going on a double losing streak, especially against 2 division teams, and with the Seattle Seahawks having to face them on Thursday Night Football, which I will explain more later. I see them really taking off and having another win and not falling into a 2-game losing streak hole. But going on to week 6, we got the Los Angeles Rams, who are going over to the New York Jets. Yes, Jets. Just crucify me now, please. Crucify me now. Hang me. Giants. I'm sorry. They both have New York. Can you blame me? But I see them going against the Giants, all right? And it should be an easy win, okay? The Giants are still a young team learning. There's nothing really spectacular about the NFC East still. I mean, they showed glimpses, but Washington football team looks better. You got the Dallas Cowboys, who are expected to be 10 times better, hopefully, or unless they're still going to be the Dem Boys. I really hope not. But with the Giants, I see them being the shit end of the stick, and that's just a glimpse at what I give for my NFC East predictions, but that'll be later, all right, boys and girls. But I see this being a huge dub for the Rams. Now here's a good one for you boys. I thought a lot deep and hard about this one, and honestly, part of me just did this for more pleasure in myself, so I'm sorry about that. But if you really think about it, it's possible. Week 7 against the Lions, revenge game. Goff against Stafford. Stafford against the Lions. Goff against McVay. Although there's no heated grudge between the Lions and Stafford, it's going to be more comfortable for Stafford, and he's going to feel more at home, where Goff is just going to say, fuck these guys. He could just tweet around that picture of that screenshot, of him telling all his players he wants to plow McVay's wife. Oh, I'm a Lions fan just for that one, dude. Oh man, that's my quarterback. All right, enough of the laughing. That was just really funny to me. I'm sorry, guys. It's just really funny that came out at the time that it did, right after he got released, and I was just like, wow, what a guy. Damn, really gives no F's about McVay. But I see the Lions winning this one. I see Jared Goff getting his revenge. I mean, Jared Goff wasn't terrible. He played well. I mean, the team gave up on him at the end. I think a lot of players gave up on him. He was in an environment that didn't care about him. I mean, can you blame him? I can, because Jared Goff really does have his moments where you're like, man, that's a good quarterback, and then he goes back and you're just like, God damn it, Jared Goff. God damn it. But I see him recuperating with the I see him rebuilding with these Lions, and the Lions aren't a bad team at all. I mean, they finished 8-8 last year. They 8-7 around there, 9-7 around there. They were not terrible. They almost made it. I mean, they could have made playoffs. Why can't they do it with Goff? I mean, I get it. Stafford is better than Goff. Okay, yeah, that's not something to really debate. But I think Goff can really pull it off. He's gonna be a new place, new environment. I feel like he's gonna really take a bigger step, and not that big of a step. I just really see him beating the Rams because, I mean, it's revenge games. You always got to look out for the revenge games, all right? Division games, revenge games, and then the last 3 weeks of the NFL season are the games you always look out for a loss, okay? And even if they're a bad team, because look at the Niners lost to the Falcons week 16 in 2019, all right? That was a trap game. There's a lot of trap games. The Steelers went 11-0 and then lost their last 5. Like, this isn't unrealistic, okay? I have my reasons. Going on to week number 8, we got the Rams visiting the Houston Texans, and this is a win. I have nothing else to say. I don't know if Deshaun's going to even play, but at this point, I don't think the Texans really have anything to build with, and it's kind of sad. Going on to week 9, Sunday night football again, baby. The Los Angeles Rams will play the Titans. And I see them picking a huge W, all right? This defense is going to be really good, although Derrick Henry is a beast. This defense is still top defense in the league's top rushing defense. Aaron Donald is a god among men, all right? We cannot deny this no longer. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever denied this, and if you have, then explain to me why, because this man is a literal god, all right? Now, I see them really taking a huge win against this Titans team, especially this late in the season, and you really need to make a step up. Going on to week 10, Monday night football against the 49ers, and I see y'all losing Monday night, all right? You're at San Fran. You're going on a no short week. You still have a long week. Thursday night football is a short week. I keep forgetting that. It's going to be a Monday night game, another prime time, back-to-back prime times, but it's a division game, and everyone knows division games are the hardest, and especially with where the Niners are placing in their other division games, or not division games, their other scheduled games. I really see the Niners having a stronger head-on with this game. Plus, y'all get your bye week now. I mean, bye week. Week 11, you take this loss, you go home, you deal with it, all right? Going on to week number 12, you dealt with that loss, and yet you go out and lose to the Packers. I know I was looking like I was going to give you guys hope for week 12, but it's the Packers, all right? In my mind, I'm letting y'all know, because I know all the Aaron Rodgers news, and I'm going to talk about that at the end, because that's late news, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to hear late news, but I think Aaron Rodgers will still be on the Packers. I mean, if he's not, then this changes everything, especially the entire NFC. It's probably going to change the AFC if he goes to the Broncos, like I picture he will, because it's the only team that would make the most sense at this point. But I digress. I think Aaron Rodgers, who just came off an MVP season, will still be with the Packers and will still want to show the Green Bay Packers, hey, you want to get rid of me with Jordan Love? You're not going to. I'm 10 times better than him. Just watch me. And I just see you guys losing really badly to them. But it's okay, Rams fans. It's okay. It's week 13, and you're going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Should be an easy dub. They're a rebuild team. They still have the number 1 most cap in the NFL. They haven't done anything, yet you're going to take this win. It's probably going to be a closer game than you'd imagine, but I mean, come on, trap games are real, all right? Don't fall into the trap like you did against the Jets. Please, dear God, don't. Going on to Week 14, Monday Night Football, baby, against the Arizona Cardinals. And, ooh, that's another L. I'm sorry. It's a division game, and it's the Cardinals. Like I said, the Cardinals are really, really, really something this year. I'm more excited to watch the Cardinals than I am the Niners, just because of J.J. Watt being on that other end, just because you got A.J. Green and DeAndre Hopkins now. Ooh, I'm a little bit excited. I'm not going to lie. It's good. It's going to be good NFL season. And that's kind of the reason why I started with this division. I mean, this looks like it could be the best division in football. I mean, it was shown that last year, and even with the Niners having pure practice squad players, just imagine them at full capacity. This is going to be a really good division. But after that loss, you guys go on to Week 15 against Seattle at home. I see you taking a win. I mean, you just went on a couple big losses. I still don't see you having back-to-back division losses. It doesn't make really much sense with you being a brand new team. Gonna be fresh, new quarterback, new way of everything, new way of life. It should feel. I see you guys winning out against Seattle. Then you go Week 16 and you're traveling to Minnesota, and that should be another win. I mean, Minnesota didn't fix up their defense that much. From the most part, they're still going to be the same Vikings team. Yes, they still got Justin Jefferson, but it should be an easy win, all right? Your offense is better than their defense. Simple as that. Going on to Week 17 against the Baltimore Ravens. You'll be at Baltimore. I see you taking a huge loss. I mean, come on. The Ravens now have Sammy Watkins. They got a reliable receiver to go to. Their defense, although not the spectacular as you would expect, they still made it to playoffs and beat the Titans. They held Derrick Henry under 100 yards. And then you go on to week number 18 and you're gonna win against the 49ers at home. I mean, you're home. This is a division game, and by the looks of your record right now, which is a 10-7 record, this could be a game for division placement. This could be a game for playoff placement at best. And you're going to need this division win most definitely. And especially if it's against the San Francisco 49ers, who have, I would say, the easiest schedule in the NFL. But going on to... Before I go on, to the Seattle Seahawks, let me recap. The Rams will have a 10-7 record, 3-3 in the division. Now let's go on to Seattle. Now before we get into Seattle, I'll give you some info on their three draft picks. Like I said, I can't complain. You make playoffs every year. But we go on to second round where they went out and selected another wide receiver, Dwayne Eskridge. Ooh, solid, versatile. So I really see this being a huge pickup. I mean, Russell Wilson gets another weapon. Can't really blame anyone for that. He can't hate it. I mean, he could. After all, he wants an O-lineman, but they gave him wide receiver. So, I mean, potato, right? You get a wide receiver, you get the ball out faster. You get an O-lineman, I mean, you don't got to worry about that. But yeah, they make playoffs. I can't complain, like I said. Going on to the fourth round, they went and selected a cornerback, Trey Brown. He could be a gem. Like I said, later rounds are where you find some unique gems. And it's a good cornerback, a much-needed one on the defensive side, even though they signed, I think, 2 49er players that were former DBs. But, I mean, this is a still good, solid pickup. I mean, you're going to have a lot of guys who are going to need their contracts soon. This rookie could take over eventually. And who knows, he could win out in practice squad and be a really badass. Then we go on to the sixth round where you finally pick an O-lineman, and I'm just, why? Why did you wait till the sixth round? Your quarterback has been screaming since the offseason, I want an O-line. I blame my O-line, and you get him an O-line in the sixth. I mean, like I said, yes, you could find gems, but I mean, do you really want to take that risk on an O-lineman when you really desperately need to protect your quarterback now? But those are their picks. Now let's get on to their schedule, which was a hard schedule. I'm sorry, Seattle fans. How do you guys feel about that, man? It hurt my heart reading this schedule. And also, you have 3 count like 3 back-to-back primetime games. Why? What? You have a Sunday night, a Thursday night, and then a Monday night. Why? Sorry. I see I'm choking. That's how gasped I am. You took my breath away with that one. I don't understand. But we're going to get started with week 1, where you go against the Colts and you're taking your first L of the season. Look, it's the Colts, all right? They're going to come off probably as hot as they've ever been, and you guys are just going to be there, same old team, nothing new. I really think you're going to take your first loss. Now, it's not going to be a major loss, so you don't got nothing to worry about, but it's a loss nonetheless. Going on to week 2, you're home against the Titans. I see you taking a win. I mean, like I said, it's still early. The Titans seem like they're going to be a team that's going to get started off later in the season than early. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. Like I said, this is just my golden takes of the week, but should be an easy win. Week 3, you're going at Minnesota, and I honestly see you taking a huge win. Like I said, the Minnesota Vikings are the Minnesota Vikings. I don't really think I need to say much more about that. It's sad. You're going week 4 at San Francisco. All right? Sorry, Santa Clara. I know there's going to be some people in the comments who are like that. No, our name is the San Francisco 49ers, but we're in Santa Clara. But when the Raiders left to Vegas, now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, but I see y'all taking your first loss against the 49ers. The 49ers are going to come off hot. As, you know, they really had a horrible season last year. I mean, terrible. Bad. Everything went wrong. They were even forced to play the Packers with people on COVID, while other teams got, oh no, you can wait a week. Devastating. But you know, that it is what it is, and they should have fire in their eyes. And honestly, I see Jimmy being the starter in this point on. I don't see the Niners really having Trey Lance come in till week 6. And, well, I mean, Jimmy's Jimmy, all right? If he's not hurt, I see him really winning against the Seattle Seahawks. Going on to week 5, Thursday night football against the Rams, and you take that dub. Like I said, against the Rams, they were going to lose. But you take that win. It's Thursday night. I mean, prime time. You should get that win. That should be yours. You're not going to lose back-to-back division games, especially 2 division teams that, honestly, I think the Seahawks hate the most, Niners and then the Rams. That ain't going to happen. Russell Wilson ain't going to allow it. MVP Russ ain't going to have it, all right? And I see him taking a huge win against the Rams. Then you go on to week 6, all right? You go from Thursday night football to Sunday night football, all right? You got a long week to prepare, all right? So get ready, because Sunday night football will be against the Steelers, and I see you losing that one. Now, are the Steelers going to be the same Steelers as last year? Hopefully not. I mean, you never know. But, I mean, they didn't add much. They added a running back. They have a running game now. I just don't see them finally going 11-0 and losing the last 5. Although I do see the Browns being better than them in the division. That's something that I'll talk about later. I see you guys losing against the Steelers, especially being at the halfway point of the season. You're going to really – the Steelers are going to be a little bit juicy, and who knows, maybe that'll be the point where Juju starts corvetting all over the field again, and then we all get mad at him. Going on to week 7, a Monday night football game. Didn't I just say that you have 3 back-to-back? This is what I meant. Why? Why do you have 3 back-to-back primetime games? You know, I feel like it would have been worse if you had to play Sunday night and then Thursday night, because then that would have just been hilarious. I mean, you had to play a Sunday night primetime game, right? And then you have a short week for Thursday night. Oh, dude, that'd be just... I would find that hysterical. You guys would get creamed. Look, your like, not in a bad way, but like, if you really think about it, like, your bodies as players are not going to handle that. At least you were home for most of these games, all right? That's something you could be grateful for. You didn't have to travel. But we go on to Monday Night Football against the Saints, and it should be a win. I mean, I'm not expecting much from the Saints. The Saints still have a very terrible defense, and the Saints don't have a quarterback option at this point. I'm still thinking in my mind, Jameis Winston will be the starting quarterback, and Taysom Hill will just be a backup. And they probably won't utilize him as much for other needs because right now Taysom Hill is practicing just as quarterback. And if they use him for anything else, he'll probably get mad or he's not going to be training for that. So I really see him just being a strict backup quarterback to Jameis Winston. And Jameis Winston just takes a fat L against the Seahawks. I mean, I don't know. They lost Emmanuel Sanders. There's a lot of things that go into this, and the Saints are not going to be the same Saints as they have always been. Week 8 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You should take a nice, easy dub, all right? Like, come on, it's the Jaguars. They're rebuilding still. I've said this already. Should be an easy win. Plus, now you're on your bye week. Week 9, baby. Bye week. Max and relax, all right? You're chilling. You're groovy. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 record. You're nice, all right? Now you just got to process and think about the record and say, all right, we're bad. We're terrible. Second half, we need to come up now. With that being said, week 10 at Packers. You guys are losing. All right. I know people are going to be mad at me for that one. But listen, all right? It's the Green Bay Packers. You're going to Lambeau in the snow after a bye week, all right? I don't see you guys performing that well. I mean, every time that you have played against them, you kind of lost there. I mean, unless you want to count that one time. But I don't see Aaron Rodgers really having a horrible season, all right? I don't see him losing these important NFC division games as he's trying to prove to the Green Bay Packers not to get rid of him and to actually treat him with respect. But they're not. So this has to be his season where he's going to be angry. He's going to go off. And honestly, I'm sorry, Seattle fans, you're taking a fat L. And we got to go on to week 11, which ain't going to be pretty either. Going on to week 11, yeah, you got the Arizona Cardinals. And you're taking another L. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, Seattle fans. You're taking another L. I know. Back-to-back L's. At this point, people are like, what the hell, Miguel? This doesn't make sense. How are you going to say the Seahawks are doing this poorly? You're just being biased. You're just being an angry Niner fan because you hate the Seahawks. But look it, all right. The NFC is going to be a lot harder, all right? You guys need to really think about that. I mean, the NFC East had their own division, had their own like a battle between each other at the end of the season when it didn't matter. Just imagine if they're actually good and they're competing with the rest of the NFC. That's a lot of teams that need to make playoffs, all right? And although you guys are doing this poorly, keep in mind, there's a chance you could make playoffs. I mean, who knows? You could. I mean, I think an 8-8 team can make playoffs now, or an 8-9 team now, you know, because that's like the new rankings since there's an extra week. You never know. More teams can make playoffs now, so there's a lot more chances to get in. So this being that bad, it's not terrible. But we're going on to week 12, Monday Night Football, and I know your guys are going on a 3-game losing streak. I'm sorry. Washington football team, all right? This team is going to be different, all right? They're building their defense up, which was already amazing towards the end of the season. I mean, although they didn't do much against the Buccaneers, did you see that offense keep up with the Bucs? And it was with Taylor Heineke. Now they got Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing the ball, and he's a very, very well-known veteran quarterback who's really going to bring a lot of help to this team. I mean, look what he did with Miami. He helped Miami so much over there that I really think him coming over here to Washington is going to really bring out new life into this team, and this defense is not going to take a step down anytime soon. So I see them really having a strong win, especially when they're going to have to fight for division soon. Coming to this end of the season on week 12, it's going to be a very good game, especially on primetime. Then we got Sunday Night Football, week 13 against the 49ers. And you guys are back up again with a win. All right, I gave you guys the win against the 49ers. I mean, you guys have lost 3 in a row. You need to kick it into high gear. You need to get a win, and you're not going to lose to your division game, and especially to the 49ers. Then you got week 14 against the Texans at Houston, and like I said, W. I'm not going to really say much. W. My understanding, Deshaun Watson is not playing this season, all right, boys? And if Deshaun Watson is not playing this season, what happened last year? Even with Deshaun playing, they still went 4 and something and they didn't make playoffs. Without Deshaun Watson, they're not making playoffs. I don't see no hope in this team at all. I'm sorry. Week 15, you're at Los Angeles Rams and you're taking an L. Sorry, not sorry, but it's Matthew Stafford. Rams still got that heated defense. Y'all still don't have an O-line, and towards this end of the season is when Russ ends up, not cooking anymore and starts burning his food. Then you got week 16 against the Bears. Now, by this point, Justin Fields should be the starter. So you're going against Justin Fields, and you're going to win because, look, he's a young rookie quarterback, all right? I see him making mistakes. I see him messing up. Should be an easy win. Not easy. It's going to be a hard-fought game, but Russell Wilson, you need to lead your team, and it's going to be against the Bears. Going on to week 17 against the Lions. Taking another W. I mean, you're going against former player Jared Goff. You played him twice a year for the past, what, decade has it been? Not decade. Did I say decade? I'm keeping that one in. That one's funny. Oh, I can't believe I fucking said decade. I see you guys taking the win. I mean, it's the Lions. They're still rebuilding. There's nothing spectacular about them. Although I did say Jared Goff can beat the Rams. I mean, it's a revenge game. This is not really a revenge game. I mean, the NFL probably will hype it up to be a revenge game as it's Goff against Wilson again. But I mean, it's Goff. I see him doing something dumb, and especially with most of the defensive backs being former 49ers, they're going to get used to catching those balls from him. Going on to week 18, the final week in the NFL season for the Seattle Seahawks, and you're facing the Arizona Cardinals at Glendale, and I see you taking an L to end this season. Yes, look, the Cardinals are playing, baby. They're here for one thing and one thing only, a bye week. Make playoffs in how long? That's what they're going for, all right? So I see you taking an L. It's going to be a fat L. It's going to be a hard one to swallow. You're going to watch that game and you're going to say, how? How did we lose? Why did we lose? This doesn't make sense. And you're going to understand that it's DeAndre, AJ Green, and JJ Watt being menaces. And Kyler Murray being a beast that he is. Because honestly, Kyler Murray's already great. He just needs an O-line to protect him. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt this season. Hopefully. But that's going to be the schedule for the Seattle Seahawks. What y'all think? I already know y'all probably hate it. I kind of hate it myself, but I'm smiling as a Niner fan. But in the inside, it's like, it's the Seahawks. Can this really happen to the Seahawks? But it could. It could. I really thought hard about this one, and it could. I see the Seattle Seahawks having a 9-8 record, 2-4 in the division, and who knows, they could still make playoffs with that record, depending on how the other teams crumble. But going to the Arizona Cardinals draft picks real quick before we get into their schedule, baby. They got in the first round linebacker Zaven Collins. Now I said this in my round draft grade that I gave, that I never uploaded because, it just kept getting corrupted. I still kind of have it. I could always upload it, but it's been too long already. Zaven Collins builds something great for this defense, and they kind of fixed up these picks later in the rounds, as in the second round they went out and selected a wide receiver. I am sorry. Ooh, excuse me for that burp. You know what? I'm keeping that one in. Yeah. Second round, they went out and picked Rondale Moore, a wide receiver. And that's just another wide receiver to throw to, all right? You got 3 wide receivers now, all right? AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins, and Rondale Moore, if they're really going to have to double team DeAndre and AJ Green. Rondale Moore could be open all game, and he's going to build himself up as a rookie. Going on to the 4th round, they went out and selected a cornerback, Marco Wilson. 6th round, they went out and got 2 players, an edge, Victor Dimiquij, and then a cornerback, Tay Gowan. I'm sorry. Then we go on to the 7th round where they selected their final 2 players, which is a safety and a center. Safety, James Wiggins, and center, Michael Manette. Now, they went out and selected an O-lineman. It was in the 7th round, but I mean, same with the Seahawks. You picked them too late, but who knows? They could be a gem, and I could be shoving soap in my mouth after this, after all the crap that I've been spilling for nothing. But going on to their schedule now. But going on to week number 1, we got the Tennessee Titans. And I see you taking an easy dub. I mean, come on. I see Titans. I see most NFL teams not really looking your way, all right? I see them really giving you not that much credit, and then you're going to come off guns blazing. Your offense is going to be firing on all cylinders, and your defense with J.J. Watt leading it, that edge line is going to be something scary, and it's going to take a couple weeks for teams to really look at you and say, wait. Why are we not talking about the Cardinals? And so that's why I think week 1 is going to be a major impact into the NFL season, as it really shines a lot onto you guys as a team and as a group. Going on to week number 2, you got the Vikings. You're home. You're groovy. You're getting a win, all right? It's the Vikings. Your offense is going to be just too jam-packed, and that defense still has too many questions that, honestly, yeah, that's it. Just easy dubs. You got week 3 at Jaguars. Another win. I mean, these first 3 teams have just been cake for you. It should be cake for you. And if I see you losing any of these first 3 teams, instantly everything I've said about you is going to crumble to dust. I mean, come on now. The Titans will probably be your only challenge, but I mean, it's week 1. I would expect you guys to have more heat than them coming into the season. But now we're going on to week number 4 at Los Angeles Rams, and you are going to get a fat W. And do you smell that, boys? Yep. 4-0. Ooh. 4-0 and 1-0 in the division. Ooh. Cardinals fans, I know you're liking that. I know you're already like, wait, what? We're 4-0 and 1-0 in the division. Ooh, well, you're going to like this one more, all right? It's against the 49ers at home for them. Week 5. And you're going to stay undefeated. Yep, you're going to stay undefeated. Like I said, I think teams are going to misjudge you. Teams are not going to look your way, and you're just going to really fly by for these first 5 wins. And it's going to feel good. It's going to feel groovy until you get to week 6. You guys face the Cleveland Browns at Cleveland, and I see you taking your first loss. Now, to those who are going to say, what? To the Browns? I don't want to hear that, okay? I want this to be known. I've been a die-hard Browns bandwagon for years. And the one year I finally give up on them. The one year I said, you know what? No, they're not making it. They've proven me wrong too many times. They make the playoffs and beat the Steelers twice. Go Browns. Give me a dog mask so I can wear it. Browns, go Browns. I mean, come on. The Browns are the Browns. That actually means something this time. I see them giving you your first loss. I see Browns fans rejoicing, and I see Arizona fans saying, well, damn, we got an easy one next week as we go on to week 7 where you face the Houston Texans. Seems like all the NFC West is just facing the Texans. Should be an easy win. I mean, it's not that bad. You're coming off of a loss. This could really rejuvenate you guys more as a team. It should be an easy win, and it should really revive you guys right after that loss, especially heading into week 8 as it's Thursday night football against the Packers. And like I said, that defense is a little bit better, a little bit scarier, although you're going against Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers MVP. I still see you guys taking the win. And then here are the Seattle fans. What? Arizona's winning, but not Seattle? Not Russell Wilson? I don't get it. Well, listen, okay? Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals are still young, okay? What? This is their third year together now? 3 years as a quarterback, and especially for a coach, is when you start seeing a spark. Cardinals got this win. It should be a great win, especially on prime time and especially when you being home. Going on to week 9 against the 49ers at Santa Clara. I see y'all losing. You go out and you beat the Packers, but you come home to lose to the 49ers. And honestly, that's your first loss in the division. I see it being a big one, all right? These are two teams that are fighting really hard. These are two teams that honestly want to make something of this team, of their teams, both having to really fight not only for the division placement, but for just to show, hey, yes, we had a bad season last year. We want to make something up for it. So this is going to be great dogfight. Going on to week 10, you got the Carolina Panthers. It's Sam Darnold. I don't know how they're going to play. I don't see the Panthers really being spectacular, although I love Sam Darnold, and I really do believe he's going to have a better career with the Panthers than he did the Jets. We don't know how it's going to be. We don't know if Christian McCaffrey is going to be at his full capacity yet, so I give you guys an easy win. I mean, you just came off a bad loss to a division. You're going to need a team like this to really bring yourselves back up to speed. Go on to week 11 at Seattle. You will take another easy dub. I mean, come on, man. You got more weapons than Russell Wilson. I think your defense is 10 times better than the Seahawks. I mean, it's going to be a very hard, good fight. It's going to be a game that I think should have been primetime because it's going to be like that. Like the last primetime game where it was just back and forth shootout, except this one's going to come down to a field goal, but it's going to be a very, very good game nonetheless. And on top of that, you're on your bye week now. Hey, bye week. Arizona fans, you should be chilling. Only 2 losses? Staying groovy, Holmes. Nothing to do but max and relax and bathe in the sun of Arizona, baby. And then you get into week 13. At Bears, Justin Fields against Kyler Murray. And honestly, it should be an easy win. I mean, you guys are rejuvenated. You rested your bodies, especially after that Seattle game where you put your bodies probably on the line for you to then go week 14, Monday Night Football against the Rams. Ooh, that one's going to be good. Stafford, Kyler Murray, Monday night. Who's going to take the win? It's going to be the Cardinals. Yep, the Cardinals. Cardinals fans are happy. Everyone else in the division, what? So you're saying the Cardinals are only having 2 losses so far? Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm scared of the Cardinals. The Cardinals are the most scared team I could ever be scared of in this NFC besides the Cowboys. But I mean, I've always been scared of the Cowboys. And then the Cowboys, after like 4 weeks, proved to me why I shouldn't be scared of them. But the Cardinals are a scary team. They're young. They're ready to win now. I really see them taking big steps against this NFC West. Going on to week 15 against the Lions. Like I said, everyone in the NFC is just fight. And everyone in the NFC West is just facing the Lions. It's like Jared Goff left, but he never really left in our hearts. Love you, Jared Goff. Love you. But going on to the Week 15 game at Lions, it should be an easy win. Nothing more to say about it. Hey, but Merry Christmas, Cardinals fans. All right, it's Christmas. You're going against the Colts. I think it's going to be the final game in Christmas nighttime. Oh my God, what's going to be under my tree today? What's under the tree, Billy? You want to see what's in the tree? It's an L. It's the Colts. Look, it's the Colts. Y'all really think you were going to go on an undefeated season? No. Come on, it's the Colts. It's the Colts, man. NFC placement, your Week 16 on Christmas. They're going to want to prove something. Carson Wentz wants to prove something. This is just a game that's going to be great for all people to watch on Christmas. And then look at Niner fans, Seahawks fans, and Rams fans. You get a present for Christmas. You'll watch the Cardinals lose at the nighttime. Oh, man. Everyone gets a present. Although the Cardinals don't get a good present, I mean, it still gets a present. Going on to week 17 against dem boys at Dallas Cowboys. See you taking another L. Back-to-back L's, baby. All you do is eat L's. Now, I know. All right. Back-to-back. But like I said, you're in the final stretch, all right? It's pure NFC teams, final stretch. I see the Cowboys being very, very good this year, all right? Dak's healthy. He finally got paid. Zeke ready to not fumble anymore, hopefully. Amari Cooper can finally show why he deserves to be paid almost $100 million. And then CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee's nuts. But you got CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. It's going to be a good offensive match. I don't think defense will be awake for both teams. I really don't think so. Although the Dallas Cowboys still have a fabulous defense, and at this point in time, I could see Arizona having a top 5 defense in the league, maybe even number 1 with J.J. Watt. I don't really see it being a defensive game. I see it being a shootout all around, and it's going to come down to who's going to have the ball last. And I see Dak Prescott getting the ball last and saying, hey, NFL world, this is why I wanted to get paid Patrick Mahomes money. Going on to week 18, you got the Seattle Seahawks, final game of the NFL season. And you're taking a win. Hey, at least you win happy to end the season, all right? You had back-to-back losses. You come home for Seattle and say, hey, this is our home, baby, and you win. I see it being a win. Like I said, these final 3 games these final 4 or 5 games, all NFC teams. You're going to really need to prove something. You're really going to need to step up. And honestly, this is not for stepping up. This is not really for proving anything. This is for division. You guys are a good team at this point in time, and you need to win these final games to clinch and stay ready for playoffs, to keep that fire lit. And winning this division game is a very crucial one, as now you guys have a 13-4 record, 5-1 in the division. Your only loss coming to the San Francisco 49ers. Going into the San Francisco 49ers draft picks, before we get into their juicy schedule, which I want to say right now is by far, in my mind, one of the many easiest schedules in the NFL. I would give it top 5 right now. Not going to place it number 1 because I really haven't seen all NFL teams' divisions schedules, but this one has to be top 5. But going into their draft picks, they got in the first round with the 3rd overall pick, quarterback Trey Lance. Yep, their quarterback for the future. Now, I want to say one little thing. I'm going to repeat it as well as we get into the schedule. I see Trey Lance taking the starting job after the bye week. Jimmy Garoppolo will be the main starter, and it will be for reasons like Jimmy obviously is better than Trey Lance at this exact moment. He helps us win. He's been with the team longer. He knows the playbook. Also, I feel like for Niners purposes, you want to have Jimmy start, okay? You told him this entire time you're going to find his replacement. You told him this entire time that, hey, we still want you as our guy. Give him the starting job. Let Trey Lance earn it. Make Trey Lance 4th string. Yes, 4th string, and have him fight his way up for placement as a star quarterback. And by the bye week, I feel like that should be the point where you say, okay, Jimmy, you're playing well, but we want to bench you to have Trey start and get a couple games in. And if Jimmy's playing bad, then that's even better, because then you could just say, oh, we got to make the swap now. We got to make the swap that benefits our team. Either way, I see Trey Lance taking up the starting role after the bye week. Going into the second round, the San Francisco 49ers went and selected offensive lineman Aaron Banks. Ooh, juicy. See, why didn't you do this, Cardinals fans? You went and selected a linebacker, and you could have picked Aaron Banks. You could have picked the offensive lineman that the Raiders got. I digress. They're number 1 in the division right now, okay? I can't really complain. But going on to the 3rd round, the 49ers then selected 2 players, running back Trey Sermon. Trey Lance, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon's a really good running back, played with Justin Fields. Very solid, very great. Another running running man for Kyle Shanahan. You got also as well cornerback Ambry Thomas, a star cornerback to help this depleted Niners defense, although it is still top 10 defense, even with practice squad. A lot of their players are on 1-year contracts. So this is a guy that's really going to, have a future, all right? Going into the 5th round, they selected 3 players as they did end up trading. So they went out and selected offensive tackle Jalen Moore, cornerback Demondor Lenore, and then safety Talanoa Hufanga. Yeah. And then in the 6th round, another running back, 2 running backs. Wow. Elijah Mitchell. Honestly, this is just building up what the Niners have always been, a run-first team with a stellar defense, and now they have O-linemen to block their quarterback of the future, Jimmy Garoppolo, and help in the run game. But now we're going to get into week 1, all right? And in week 1, the Niners face against Detroit Lions at Detroit. It should be an easy win. I mean, your first game is against Goff. You've played him for years. You've swept him for years. You're fine. It's easy. I see easy dubs coming for your San Francisco 49ers week 1. Heading to week 2, you got the at Philadelphia Eagles, all right? And I see another huge win. I mean, look, the Eagles, although they got new wide receivers, they're looking pretty great. You got to remember, this is early in the season, and I think that the Eagles are not going to have a really bounce up year right away, as with Jalen Hurts having his very first start as a full season, should be his first full season start, and not have the drama that he had with the head coach and Carson Wentz bumping heads, although I don't really feel like Jalen Hurts ever dealt with that. He was a very down-to-earth man who was just about business, but that still can affect a locker room drastically. So now they have a cleaner locker room. It's going to take a while for them to really get used to each other. Then we got week 3, Sunday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers, and that should be an easy win. I mean, you got 2 new running backs. Your run game is what helped you win against the Packers both times. You could have beaten the Packers with your practice squad team if it weren't for COVID and the fact that you literally had no one to guard Devontae Adams. So, I mean, who knows? Now that you got your team back, I expect you guys to be fully healthy and fully ready to go. Then we go on to week 4 at the Seattle Seahawks. At home against the Seattle Seahawks. And I see you taking a win. I mean, it's your first division game. You are undefeated at this point. You're rolling through. You beat the Seahawks. You beat the Packers Sunday night. You should be groovy, clean, easy, showing off, telling the world, look at the Niners are back, baby. And then you're going to go into week 5 and get reality checked real hard as you take your first loss against the Cardinals. And this is a major one, all right? This is a major loss and a major impact indeed, as both teams were on the verge of being undefeated. It was a team of undefeateds. I could even see this game being changed to primetime if this does come true, as it's going to be a very, very hard-fought team. And that's why I said from the beginning the Cardinals do seem like the new Seattle Seahawks in my eyes. They're scary, they're young, their defense is ready to win now. It's a lot to take in. So I see you guys taking this L, but don't worry. You're now on your bye week, all right? Trey Lance now has the starting job. For these past 5 games, Jimmy has been starting. And that's why I see Jimmy especially losing to the Cardinals. Now, he could also lose to the Seattle, but he's played home against Seattle and he's won. They have some more run game ability. Their O-line is 10 times better. Just all around, it should be easy matchups for Jimmy to have, and then for Trey by his bye week to finally beat out Jimmy and take over in week 6 against the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday Night Football. Now, Trey, you're going to take your first L. And Niner fans are going to say instantly, well, if they're going to go against a very hard team, why put him in if he's going to lose? Well, listen, I think he has to lose, all right? I think it's better in his mind if he goes in week 1 primetime and loses. not week 1, his first week starting prime time, and loses. Now they could put him in against the Cardinals or the Seahawks way sooner, just for a couple snaps. They could put him in for a couple snaps throughout these first 5 weeks, which would be smarter. But I think it's better that he has his full start against the Colts. I think it's going to be a very hard-fought game, but Trey Lance is going to lose in the process because, Carson Wentz is just going to have it more together as he's been with the team longer. Now, this loss, I think, is very important because it's going to help build Trey up even more, and honestly, it just makes more sense considering the next couple weeks. Speaking of the next couple weeks, against the Chicago Bears. You're at Chicago. It should be an easy win. By this time, Andy Dalton should be benched or Justin Fields should have won the starting job. So it's going to be Justin Fields against Trey Lance. It's going to be very fun, a very great game for both fans, as without Niner fans wanted Justin Fields. Justin Fields drops, Bears traded up, got Justin Fields. But it's going to be a very good game between two young quarterbacks, and I see Trey Lance having his bounce back win against the Bears. Then going on to week 9, Trey Lance just finally got a bounce back win. He's going against the Arizona Cardinals at home, and he's going to take another win. Yes, Trey Lance is building with this team. He's having more practice time with them, and with the fact that he's already practicing with Brandon Ayuk and multiple other players in the offseason, before practice actually started, I really do feel like Trey Lance is going to get understanding for this offense quicker. We then go to week 10, Monday night against the Rams, and Trey's just on a roll. He's beating back-to-back division games, and I know everyone out there is probably like, this doesn't make sense. The Rams game and the Cardinals game, although Trey Lance wins, it's going to be because of the defense more than anything. This defense is not changing. They were top 10 with practice squad players. I would not expect them to be in the top. I will not expect them to be anything less than top 5. That's what I was trying to say. They should be in the top 5 with a fully healthy team, especially building up these new cornerbacks and safeties. It's going to be very, very good to watch. And I see them winning these back-to-back division games solely on their defense, holding down the fort, and Trey Lance being able to really drive down after that. Week 11, you got at Jacksonville, and it should be a win. It's Jacksonville. It should be a win. Going on to did I say week 12, Jacksonville? Week 11 is Jaguars. All right, week 11 is the Jaguars. Now we go on to week 12. I am sorry. Week 12 is against the Minnesota Vikings, and like I said, that should be another huge win. No one knows Kirk Cousins better than Kyle Shanahan. That man has loved him for years and years to come, and it's just sad that he still loves him to this day, but no one knows him better than him. Although their young offense should be springing with more joy by this point, their defense is still a question in my head, and our defense just seems to be 10 times better. Then we got week 13, Sunday night football at Seattle, and I see us taking an L. Trey Lance, you're going to have your first primetime game against the 12. It's not going to be pretty. It's not. It's going to be a very sloppy game. Niner fans, I expect it to be ugly. Expect to look at it and say, how is this our team? The defense is not going to perform, and we're going to have to rely on Trey Lance, and I expect Trey Lance not to perform well enough. And I see fans, I see us all complaining Trey Lance is a bust. No, it's week. Look at the week that you're in, all right? Week 13, that's the midpoint, all right? And you're going against the 12? Russell Wilson? You got to see us taking an L. I don't see us taking anything other than an L. But don't worry. Week 14, you're at Cincinnati, going to Bengals. Although the Bengals offense is going to be beautiful, still has no O-line for Joe Burrow. Their defense, they cracked Juju. That's all I'm happy about. But I see us taking the win against the Bengals. It should be an easy win. You go on to week 15, home for the Falcons. Now, this one could be a trap, boys. This one could be a trap. It was a trap last time, but it could be a trap. But I see us taking the win. Realistically, it doesn't seem like we should lose this game, but I still have that slight feeling in my heart it could be a trap game. So don't be too ready for this game, boys. I'm not ready for this one. I'm already expecting us to lose like how we did in 2019. Going on to week 16 at the Titans, our defense should be at its peak by this point. Derrick Henry should be mowing through people, and our defense will have to carry. And honestly, at this point, week 16, Trey Lance, Trey Sermon, Raheem Mostert, the run game with Elijah Mitchell, and everything should be clicking on all cylinders for these 49ers, that it should be an easy win. And we get ready for week 17 against the Texans, which is another easy win, and don't have to say much about that one. But then we go on to week 18, the final week in the 2021 NFL season, regular season. And you got the Los Angeles Rams. And I've said this already, yes, again for the Rams, but this is why they lose. Look, y'all, we're going to lose. It's going to be a division game. It's going to be very important. And by the way, this is for division placement, boys. 13-4, we are now tied with the Arizona Cardinals. And honestly, this is a game that has to be very important for the 49ers, and that's why I see us losing. It's a game that's also very important for the Rams, as it could be very crucial to them gaining a playoff spot. So with that being said, the Niners now have a 13-4 record, 3-3 in the division. With all that, here are my division rankings. Number 1, you got the Arizona Cardinals with a 13-4 record, 5-1 in the division. Number 2, we got the San Francisco 49ers, 13-4 in the division. Los Angeles Rams at number 3, 10-7. And then all the way at the bottom, we got the Seattle Seahawks, 9-8. All right, yes. What do y'all think of that one? I know, questionable, especially the Seattle one. I can question that one all the time. But with what I'm looking at right now, not disregarding all the other teams, you see Arizona and San Fran having the same record, but because of the division being better, for Arizona having only one loss in the division to the Niners, they take number 1. Niners are right behind them at number 2, tied. And then you got the Rams, 10-7. The Seattle Seahawks, I could see winning a 10th game. Maybe they beat Green Bay and get 10 wins, go 10-7 with the Rams and tie it. But, but even then, just looking at this right now, you cannot say this isn't a good division, all right? Although 9-8 doesn't look anything compared to the rest, this is still a record that can make playoffs. That's still a record that can have all 4 teams fighting for a playoff spot, making this the best division in football just by looking at it. And especially if Seattle has a 10-win record, they could all 4 be over 500, and it's just going to be scary. That's why most of these losses came from division, because these division games are what's going to matter the most. That's why I see Arizona going undefeated in the division, only losing once to the 49ers. And that's because Trey Lance comes in and no one's really going to know how he's going to work for a while. So he's going to get a surprise out of it, a lot of people. But that's all the time I got for you today, boys and girls. If you're listening over on Podbean, Google Play, Apple, and Spotify, hopefully now. I hope you're all listening on Spotify. If it's not, then grrr. But I thank you all for listening. Be sure to spread the word. Tell other people about me. Even if you're all just going to laugh at me, you could go and tell your friends, look at this guy's an idiot. Look what he said. Look what he did. And y'all can laugh at me. And you know what? Joke's on you. While you're laughing at me, you're watching and enjoying me, all right? I get joy out of knowing I made someone laugh, because you know what they say, laughter is the best medicine, right? But for those listening on YouTube, thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe. Come back for more. Let me know in the comments below what you're ready for. How happy are you that NFL season's gonna start? Tweet at me at TakesGolden. I'm going to try and use Twitter a lot more now. Still don't, because like I said, got a lot going on. But I still want to use Twitter frequently to give you up to date. Considering I haven't been up to date with a lot of things, like Julio wants to be traded. We don't know where he'll go. Aaron Rodgers wanted to get traded. We don't know where he'll go. Devontae Adams is on his last year. He said that if Aaron Rodgers isn't there, that will play a huge impact in him not joining. A lot of news that I've been missing out, and I want to keep up to date with you guys as much as I can. So hopefully I can. Hopefully I stay on it more, but tweet at me nonetheless. Let me know what you think. Share this video around. It would mean the world to me. I thank you so much for coming out. Stay tuned for next week as I give you my AFC West rankings, just as I did this one, and that one's going to be juicy. So thank you so much. Stay blessed, and deuces.